Megan.
Secretary Bessent said yesterday that countries will boomerang back to the April 2nd tariff level starting August 1st. Why did the president decide to have those tariffs not take effect Wednesday as originally scheduled? And then I was also wondering if you could share, obviously we saw the letters the president sent out on Japan and South Korea, but if any other major U.S. trading partners are getting letters today.
Sure, yes, I can confirm. In fact, I have those letters. If you could get me the folder with the letters in them, Liz, they're right in the previous office. I have the signed letters that went out to both South Korea and Japan today. And there will be approximately 12 other countries that will receive notifications and letters directly from the President of the United States. And weeks ago, I stood at this podium and I told all of you that the President was going to create tailor-made trade plans for each and every country on this planet. And that's what this administration continues to be focused on. The president will also sign an executive order today delaying the July 9th deadline to August 1st. So the reciprocal tariff rate or these new rates that will be provided in this correspondence to these foreign leaders will be going out the door within the next month, or deals will be made. And those countries continue to negotiate with the United States. We've seen a lot of positive developments in the right direction, but the administration, the president, and his trade team want to cut the best deals for the American people and the American worker. That's what they're focused on. And in the effort of transparency, these letters will continue to be posted to Truth Social, so you can enjoy them yourself. I want to go back to the trade deals. As you see, we have these beautiful letters that the president has signed. This one is to the President of the Republic of Korea, original signature on that, and these will be mailed. And then here we also have another letter to the Prime Minister of Japan as well. Both countries will be receiving a 25% tariff rate effective on August 1st.
And then on tariffs, you're now delaying the deadline from July 9th to August 1st. Is that an acknowledgement that perhaps the administration found it more difficult to negotiate these trade deals, or whatever happened to 90 deals in 90 days?
No, it's an acknowledgement that this administration is doing what's best for the American worker, and we want the best deals possible for our workers, for our manufacturing base, for our middle class, and they are doing this deliberately and appropriately on behalf of our country's interests. Josh.
A couple more on the tariffs. You said about 12 more letters. There were about 55 or so countries, including the EU as a bloc, that were facing this tariff increase. All of those, to understand me correctly, are now deferred to August 1st, right?
Correct.
And on the 12, what happens with the remaining, whatever it would be, 40 something?
So just 12 today. There will be additional letters in the coming days.
So all of them are going to get a letter at some point.
Correct.
Okay, and can you tell me why he decided to start with South Korea and Japan? Are they annoying him?
It's the president's prerogative, and those are the countries he chose.
And on the sectoral tariffs, our understanding of these continue to be a separate track. We're still waiting on a bunch of those.
That's right.
Is there any timing update on when he's going to move on, for instance, semiconductor tariffs and other things that are still in the hopper?
I don't have a timing update, but for where they are in the process, I would defer you to the Department of Commerce.
Should we expect deals finally as well? He announced this Vietnam deal. Are you close on any other countries?
The president and the administration, yes, we are close. But again, the president wants to ensure these are the best deals possible. And I would add just one more thing on trade and tariffs to wrap it up. Look at the extensive work this president has put into cutting these good deals and doing what's right for the American worker. He is literally looking at the map and looking at every country on the planet and seeing where they are ripping off the American people, seeing where they have hollowed out our industrial base, seeing where our jobs have gone to other countries overseas because of their tariff policies, and he's trying to correct that. So this is decades of bad trade policy that has led to a deficit that is ravaging our country, that is ravaging our middle class, and the president is taking a very deliberate approach to correcting this wrong of many decades of many past presidents.
In a moment that stunned reporters and ignited a firestorm across social media, Karoline Leavitt, the rising conservative political figure, press secretary under President Donald Trump, made headlines when she suddenly pulled out a stack of letters during a live press briefing. The event, which many expected to be a standard political address, took a dramatic turn when Leavitt, known for her fearless communication style, declared that the documents in her hands could change history forever. As the cameras rolled and the room fell silent, she revealed that these letters were allegedly classified or undisclosed communications involving some of the most powerful figures in U.S. government history. According to Leavitt, the letters contained sensitive material linked to major geopolitical events and internal government decisions that had long been kept hidden from the public eye. Among the documents were said to be correspondences related to Cold War-era operations, discussions on Middle East oil negotiations, surveillance programs targeting American citizens, and whistleblower complaints that were suppressed during previous administrations. She did not read the full content aloud due to legal and security concerns, but gave enough of a preview to suggest the letters held information that, if true, could force a re-examination of key chapters in American political history. The media and public reaction was immediate and divided. Conservative platforms like Fox News praised Leavitt's boldness, portraying her as a truth seeker unafraid to challenge the deep state and bring transparency to government affairs. Progressive outlets, however, were quick to criticize the move, questioning the timing, the authenticity of the letters, and whether Leavitt was using this as a political stunt to boost her profile. On social media, the nation was equally divided. Some hailed her as a modern-day patriot exposing the truth, while others expressed skepticism, demanding evidence and cautioning against politicizing potentially sensitive information. Political analysts suggest that if the letters are authenticated and declassified through proper channels, they could have massive implications.